What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. How we doing today, guys? What up, what up? How are we today, man? Who do we got here with us, man? We got Aaron, Jason, Athena, Jacato, Ericon, CF, Timothy, Taibasu. What's up, guys? How you doing? Thanks for being here today, man. Thanks for swinging by and popping in the stream. I appreciate it. Today, we are going to be doing the same thing we did last week, which is grinding the ladder, hopefully, you know, ranking up. We are trending in a positive direction as of today because of the video we just got done making, but we're at 98%, so we're very close to a top 1500. Got to get a couple of wins. We may go super try hard and just go with our Naya build, but I think what I'm going to do starting off is we're going to spin the wheel. Hopefully the wheel doesn't let us down. We get a deck list and we try to pick up a win with it. So let's see what is, we'll see how this goes. Nice tree. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, let me get rid of the magic here. Check out the tree. Check out the tree. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. I wish I could have it in all the videos, but I'm cropped out and it's just my face. So unfortunately, the tree doesn't get to make it in the videos, but I do like it there for the streams. Ready to get to the numbers? Go try hard for sure. Definitely, man. I am going to try to lock down the numbers. I just went on a 7-0 run with the deck list for posting for tomorrow, and I just got done editing it. And so I don't know how my luck's gonna fare, because usually when that happens, you typically go on a bad run to follow it off. But I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. Been stuck at Diamond 4 all week. That's tough, man. That's rough, buddy. That's tough though. I've been there and done that, man. There have been some times where it took me to the last second of the last day to hit Mythic, which is not something we've done in a while, but still has happened many times. I've looked at my Steam review, 88% Magic. I should play other games once in a while. Man, I bet you mine is like 90 something, and then like the other 2% is Mega Bonk. He used up all of his luck for today. I hope not, man. I hope not. I hope we're still good to go, man. We can jump into it though, and we'll see what the wheel provides us. But first, God breathes with the $5 in the super chat. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that. Merry Christmas, brother. Hope you and the family have a blessed Christmas. Thank you, man. I really, really appreciate that more than you know, and I hope you have a wonderful Christmas as well. Thank you so much for that. That means a lot, brother. Thank you. All right, guys, let's see what the wheel is saying today, man. Let luck be on our side. So there's only been one change. I took out the mere self bounce from the last one and I added in the Shrines deck, and so we'll see how that goes. But let's figure out what we're playing first. What's it gonna be? Looks like we're gonna get some Fallen Angels. I love this deck. I think this deck is fairly good. We'll close that. We'll keep it on the list for now. And then Jason drops a 10 gifted memberships, man. Let's go, Jason. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you, man. Oh my God, you guys are insane. We just started. You're dropping 10 on me and a 5, guys. Unbelievable, man. Please, please, please show some love to Jason in the chat, especially if you just got gifted a membership. Shout out to Jason. Absolute legend, man. Thank you so much. That's a very big deal, and I appreciate you, Jason. Seriously, thank you. You guys are very, very, very kind and generous, man. Merry Christmas, mob. Let's go, dude. Sharing the love. I love that, man. All right, guys. Let's do some Fallen Angels. Again, show some love to Jason, man. One more time, please, because that is a big number of gifted memberships, man. Absolute legend. Gonna yoink some fools today? I mean, I could throw that on the list. I didn't have that one on the list, but I could throw it on there. It wouldn't be a bad one, I don't think, to have. Let's mulligan this hand, unfortunately. That's a good one. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I can add it to the list, actually. Let me pull up the list and add it. Yoink. There we go. It's on the list now. All right, let's do the bat and see what we got going on. I guess I should have played this, huh? That's a mistake on my part. Well, this is not ideal. The opponent has a very good hand for our matchup here. Very good hand. Andrew, what are you doing, man? What are you doing, brother? I appreciate you, but thank you, but you didn't have to do that. My actual real brother with the 10 in the super chat. Brother, I appreciate you for that, though. now I gotta get you 10. Gotta get you 10 on a Christmas gift or something, brother. What are we doing? All right, Day of the Sun. Oh, wow, they can only do it for the one, so they pulled the trigger on that really early. Love that for us. We might just win on the beatdown here. Bloodletter Aquazot's coming in hot. Yeah. Okay, so it's just too easy sometimes. It's just too easy sometimes, guys. It's just too easy sometimes. Happy holidays, Click. Thanks for being here, man. How you doing? All right, so we added in the Yoink deck. So let me add it to the favorites here. Okay. Beat down. Yes. Yes, sir. Absolute beat down. D. Lawson, what's going on, man? You can just bat out. I will call it even. Never in a million years. Click with the $10 in the super chat. Thank you so much, man. Swayze gifts incoming. Well, I appreciate you, brother, so much for the 10. Guys, you guys gotta chill. We are just starting out, man. You guys are too much, man. I appreciate the 10. That is awesome, brother. Thank you. Wow, you guys are really showing the love. I genuinely appreciate it so much. Swayze, what is your drink of choice? Also, cake or pie? Ooh, drink of choice is Dr. Pepper right now. I honestly think I'd rather have a Coke, but the Coke feels like it's literally killing me from the inside. So I've been drinking Dr. Pepper. I love Dr. Pepper. But right now I just got my glass of water. But cake or pie? Cake or pie? Man, that's a tough one because there's only a handful of each that I like. I like cheesecake, Tres Leches cake, and red velvet cake. Outside of that, not so much cake. And then pie, I like pumpkin pie, like a little apple pie. Probably cake. Pie, I mean, pie though, it's tough because I feel like I'd rather have a pie, but there's more cake options, I feel like, for me. Cannoli cake all day. Cheesecake is pie. Okay, well, if cheesecake is pie, then I'm choosing that. I'm choosing pie. Happy holidays, Swayze. Some saucy build. What are some saucy new builds you're liking right now? Basically, I've got the wheel, so I got this wheel up right here, and it's choosing my deck list today. And let me pull it up here. And these are my favorite deck lists that I've got right now. These are the ones that I'm actually like performing pretty well with, which is kind of a lot right now. I've got a lot of really interesting builds that we posted recently that are doing extremely well. So Blink Cats, that's a good one. Blink Cats are really fun too. That's a fun one right there. So let's do it. We're playing some Blink Cats next, guys. Cats, cats, cats. There it is. Pecan pie for the win? I don't know about all that. Coca-Cola isn't killing you, bro. It's called stress. It's a family tradition. That's true, but that's very true. But no, Coca-Cola definitely kills you. Coca-Cola is battery acid that tastes delicious. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know if it's some weird conspiracy I just saw online or something one time, but I don't remember where I saw it, but it was like some sort of thing that was saying some article found that like Coke has some sort of like chemical put into it to keep you from, you know, vomiting it back up, because your body would naturally reject it without this chemical, and your body would naturally just want to throw up. And I was like, quite honestly, I feel like I get that. Like the more I drink it, I'm like, It's so delicious, but why does my body like really reject this? Blink cats it is, yes sir. What's up, Swayze? What's going on, Dylan? How you doing? How you doing, sir? Right. Let's do cat. I don't really have much I can do here this turn. Kind of a lackluster turn here. So let's just get this down. Get this down to trigger it once. And then next turn, I think with the Carrot Cow, though, we can kind of just trigger this on its 4 immediately and start blinking. It's going to be tricky, though, because the opponent probably going to play a snare here on this next turn, if not like a Battlefront, and then finding a snare. I totally expect the snare to hit the field this next turn. That's true. You are the conspiracy guy. That is your department, not mine. All right, here we go. Carrot Cow is down. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. We have enough to blink it. Absolutely amazing. All right, so I don't trust that we're not going to get hit with some sort of star cage, but I still think this is the better way to go, because the wider the board state, the better. Get around these these blockers and then try to just close the game out next turn, because I'm going to drop down the robo here, which is going to pump the field and hopefully be enough to close this thing out. Nope, they find a star cage. But of course they do. They find a star cage. Dang it. All right. Well, let's just get the board state filled up again here. The good news is 1 star cage isn't going to do a whole lot against us with the ability to go this wide. I was just hoping to close out the game this turn. That's the only issue. All right, here we go. Carrot Cow gets blinked, and look at that. Just like that, we're back in action. That's kind of absurd. That's kind of absurd. I really, if there's one deck list that I really don't want to play against, because I'm always feeling like I'm going to lose, it's always this Simulacrum Synthesizer build, because for some reason it just feels like it's good against everything. It's good against everything. I mean, they don't have any maybe like graveyard hate, but outside of that, I feel like they're resilient against control, because if they sweep the board, they just get another synthesizer out the bay. I feel like they're good against anybody who's not running Ultima, right? I mean, Ultima's like the only answer to keep this deck in like real check. Like, I'm not saying we can't win. I definitely think we can win here. I just, I always feel like it's a tough outing every time. You're kidding me! And now they get an authority of consoles down too. That's disgusting. All right, hopefully we hit a land off this. I'm playing super greedy here, guys. If I play this and hit a land, I can play the Curiosity to follow it up. And that's a lot of cats. Oh, it's so greedy. I might miss here, though. We might miss it. Nope, we get it. Let's go. The greed pays off this one time. The authority of consoles, though, I think that kind of marks it for us here. It's all over. I mean, we played amazing. This would have beat probably 80% of the players we would have ran into, but synthesizer with the 2 cages, you reset me too many times. All right, I'm pretty sure, I was gonna say, if they want to, they could have maybe sacked some sort of 3 mana artifact here, and they could have gotten haste and probably closed the game out. Okay, so if I seam rip right now, that's 3 blockers, assuming they block the biggest things here. 1, 2, 3. We got 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9, 18. There's no way to close this out, huh? Not really, no. Well, seeing there's no way to close this game out, maybe I want to play this and just get a couple end step triggers and try to keep up. Because if I mean, I did the math on that correctly, right? I mean, I don't think there was a way out of that. No attacks. And then we just do this. And we do it again. Okay. We were close though. I think it would have been 18 damage, so... it's gonna be nice though if I seam rip the consoles, I think, off the field as opposed to a token. It depends. We'll see if we have lethal next turn if I clear out one of these tokens, but we probably won't because they're probably gonna end up swinging through here and making me have to block. It's all good though. We'll figure it out. Good thing you're not drinking the original Coke from the 70s. Might be a faster stream. Yeah, the pacing of the stream might go up quite a bit. What's up, bro? It's good to see you, brother. How you doing? Good to see you, brother. Thank you, Confidential. Appreciate you for that. What's up, Wample? How you doing, brother? Is the deck pretty good with just mono white? The thing is, you kind of need the blue for the curiosity because you kind of run out of card. If you run out of card draw with this deck, it kind of peters out, and you lose out on a lot of late game value. Like this, we would probably run out of value pretty fast without the ability to draw cards. Blinking these cats are always an option too for card draw, so maybe you can get away with mono white, but I don't know. I think blue is just too good. Also, we had the Y'shtola, which is a really nice touch to the deck because we did lose our airbending abilities, right? But Y'shtola comes in and does the same sort of effect for us. Now, unfortunately, the opponent did just take out our Caracal, and now they're going to probably take out our Arobo, and all of our cats go down to ones. Oh, they take the Y'shtola. Okay, well, it's a bummer. Without a Caracal, I think we're cooked. I think we're cooked. I mean, we've been pretty much cooked this entire time. This is a problem, too, because it flies. I don't think they sacrificed anything. Oh, they did. They did. I must have missed it. Okay. Well. 6. So 10. They have 10 blockers here, right? Eight, 9, 10. So 7 of these would get through. 7 times the 2 is only 14. That's not enough. I'm about to draw cards. I'm gonna have to draw cards here, guys, and they're gonna have to be good. So they have 10 blockers. So we got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so 14 attackers. 4 of these get through. We draw 4 cards. Yeah, let's see what happens. I don't have faith that we were gonna, even have a shot here, but we're gonna just give it our best shot. See what happens. Maybe these top 4 cards are gonna be absolutely insane. Maybe it's I mean, we would need like airbending and Y'shtola, or no, airbending and Regal. But even if we got those cards, I'd have to pay the 1 mana for the seam rip to get the consoles off the field, anyways. And so I don't know. I don't trust it. All right, draw 4. Sheltered by Ghosts is a really good way to get back the Caracal for only 2 mana, which is really, well, actually, had they take the Caracal, they actually killed it, didn't they? I guess they can get back Y'shtola. But first things first, we seam rip. We seam rip. We take this to prevent them from having our creatures coming in tapped. Then we sheltered by Ghost because it's the cheapest way to do it. I mean, we drew way too many lands there at the end too. That was pretty bad. That was tragic. Y'shtola is our best bet, right? Yeah, Y'shtola is our best bet here. Okay. And then we can, well, shoot, I did that incorrectly. I should have put the sheltered on one of these so I could blink the Arobo. I guess it's the same amount of cats still either way, so never mind. Blinking this actually makes more sense. Okay, let's go cat. Let's go get another cat. I think that's a good idea. Probably go get another one mana. Or actually, did I only have one? I think I only had one of these guys. Yeah, we only have one of them. Yikes. Okay. So ultimately, how many attackers are they gonna have here? Probably way too many. It's a great card. Wish I could play it, but I can't. Wish I could play it, but I can't. What a bummer. Okay, so we got 10 attackers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blockers. Yeah, it's game. We gave it our best shot. Again, pretty tough matchup. I feel like we hung in there really, really well too, and did some really cool things. So I'm happy with that loss, I think, overall. No more lies and inevitable defeat. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Those are some good cards. Seam, rip, and win. Seam, rip, and win. You guys think I had seam, rip, and win? If I would have seam ripped the way I had the math lined up is that we would have only gotten 18 damage. Donut, and you draw 8 cards as well. 21 damage. I did the wrong math. Oh no, I did the wrong math. It was 21. What did I miss? Oh wait, I had 18. So I missed one cat. I miscalculated by one cat there. Really? I have to go back and watch that. I missed it by one cat. I mean, that makes sense. If I had it at 18 and you guys are saying 21, I must have miscalculated with one cat. Wow. I missed lethal. Sorry guys, I know that's okay. Well, that's embarrassing. Well, that's embarrassing. That's a bummer. Would have been 21 and they were at 20. I knew they were at 20, but I calculated 18. So I must have missed, I must have had it wrong on how many attackers versus blockers they had, because I had calculated up if they block, you know, my biggest things, this many creatures are getting through. I must have missed it by one cat there, because that's the only thing that makes sense. Dang it, man. Athena with the 5. Thank you so much for the 5. It's okay. Math is hard. I guess that softens the blow a little bit. Thank you, Athena. Thank you for the 5. I missed lethal. No, man. You can't steam rip Star Cage. Yeah, I knew that. It was only going to be the consoles the entire time that I was thinking of, other than maybe getting that one token out of the way to attack. But I can't believe I miscalculated that. But even so, somebody mentioned that I would have drawn 8 cards there. That's probably that probably should have been enough for me to just do it anyways, even if I only took them down to 2, because drawing 8 cards too would have probably put me in position to maybe follow that turn up and get something else. But I didn't want to lose my robo and stuff like that, so I don't know. Obviously, I miscalculated, but there's a white creature that nobody uses, makes artifacts enter tapped, and you can pay X in white and sack it to destroy all artifacts that cost X. Oh dang, I didn't know that. At Disney and was just trying to find Swayze video from yesterday or today. Yeah, I'm sorry, Alexander. I'm really sorry about that. I've been trying, man. I've really been having a rough couple of days. I'm not gonna lie to you. These last 2 days have been extremely difficult for me, content wise. I've been in this room. I've been working harder these last 2 days than any other time in my life. But with this current meta right now, man, it's hard. Here's the thing. Let me roll the wheel to see what we're playing next. I'll kind of explain to you guys. Here's the thing. I can make a deck. I can make a deck tomorrow. I mean, there's still things I haven't even played. I haven't played Is It Lessons. I've almost never played like Kavera, except for the day it came out. I don't play Omniscience. There's so many decks that I could just turn around tomorrow and make a video on, and it would be good, and it would be good, and it would win, and it'd be fun. but nobody would watch it. You get what I'm saying? I have to make videos that are interesting, that people are actually going to click on and actually going to watch. And that makes things extremely difficult because, I mean, there's so many things I have to think about down to the thumbnail, you know, and like going back and doing research and looking at my other stuff and other people's things and what cards people are interested in. I'm trying to build fun and interesting decks people are going to like to watch and play. But yeah, I mean, if nobody watches it on YouTube, then it was all for naught anyways. So I'm working off a very small sample size that I can pull out of to make something happen. And it's really, really hard to make these cards work in a turn 4 you die meta, you know? And so I'm trying. I'm really, really trying. I may have to just suck it up and you know, throw some stuff together that I know is gonna underperform, and it's just hard for me because I like to see, you know, the videos performing well and people enjoying the content and stuff, and it's really hard for me to see a video tank when I already know it's gonna tank because nobody cares, or it's been done a million times or whatever. All right, let's get this down first. So it's hard. I have 2 really cool decks that are like right on the cusp of being very good, but there's like no way you can get these combo decks that require 1 or 2 cards to be on the field to work out. Because I'm trying to get this like doubling season build with Nexus, which we just did in mono green, and it works really good in mono green because we got the Badger Mole ramp and stuff. But I'm trying to get this combo together with those 2 cards, and then you drop down an Oko to double everything, and it's so much fun, and we're so close to getting it to work, but it's just not quite good enough. Not good enough. Wow, this is about as bad of a game as you can ask for. This game is getting worse by the second. Opponent's cooking too. Opponent is frying. Yeah, I've been in a bit of a tough spot content-wise these last couple of days. I'm hoping to get out of the rut. I'm hoping I wake up tomorrow and I'm sparked with like a bunch of, you know, inspiration, but we'll see. Everybody walks into this, which is pretty cool. Oh, Tide Binder's a good, nice little trick. Okay. They didn't walk into it. They knew. Or did they know when they had to pivot, you know? I think they pivoted there. I don't think they knew. I don't think we're going to have a chance here, but we're still going to keep fighting. We're going to keep pushing. 1 Ouroboros versus an army of little guys. An army of mana dorks. Meta is solved and very dangerous. Very true. It's the best way to put it. That is the best way and simplest way to put it. The meta is solved and it is super hard to break into it with something new. Like even mono blue, right? I was trying to put together a mono blue deck yesterday too, and I thought mono blue was pretty good. I've seen a couple good mono blue decks. I've played against people playing mono blue and lost to it a couple of times, but man, there are so many bad matchups for mono blue. Like no matter what I did, like no matter how many early game answers I put in the deck, it kept getting eaten up, man. By turn 4 it was over. And I mean, you can run a million 1 mana counter spells, but they're all so specific. Like, you know, you got Annul, which can counter things for 1 mana, but it's only enchantments and whatever. And, you know, you get all these things, and then you run into an opponent not running those things, and then your cards in your hand are dead. So it's like mono blue right now, too. I really like it. I like mono blue a lot, but couldn't quite get anything going with it. First Oro wins, usually, but not in this case. What about playing the top rated decks at tournaments and rating them the best of 1 to see if they're worthy of crafting your opinion? I mean, that too. I mean, here's the deal. I was actually looking into that yesterday because I know other people do that sort of content too, and they're successful doing it. And I like it too. I actually end up watching a lot of that stuff. But when I go research these deck lists that are in the tops, whatever, it's like, it's all meta. It's all meta stuff. Like I can't find anything. I can't really find anything that's breaking into the meta that you haven't seen before, you know? Mono blue deck players need a hug. What about you playing? Oh yeah, we just read that. Wait, isn't Pyroclasm standard again? Yeah, I think Pyroclasm isn't standard, yes. Or isn't. Wait. Sorry, I misread that. Don't know if you talked about this yet, but have you hit up any of the winter achievements? Yeah, I got a couple new. I actually need to claim one. I haven't done a bunch yet, but I've got a couple. Yeah, I haven't really even looked at them yet, but we'll look at those another time. And honestly, I'd rather have a meta deck from you while you're in the lab working on new things. At least it's a video and the community can watch. CGB, Power Dragon, Sony, etc. Got their off of daily videos. Gotcha. Sorry, I couldn't understand that part. No, I agree. I think I need to be doing that too. I do. I don't know, man. There's something about posting a video that I know is just gonna underperform and not do well that I'd rather sit in this room for like hours on end just trying to put together something original, you know? I should though. I should start playing a little bit more meta stuff. And that's what I said on Discord too. I was like, I was letting you guys know on Discord that we probably are going to be posting some meta decks moving forward just for a little while. Once these metas start to form and stuff like this, before new cards come out, like the last month, once the meta is really solidified, we should probably really start looking into just, you know, throwing in a few here and there. Probably. I'd much rather play a deck that's fun and different and lose than win with one that is meta. Yeah, see, exactly. I think a lot of people feel that way, at least in my community, because that's kind of what I cultivated. But I feel like, you know, it's my own fault for not really setting that expectation early on in my channel that I'm going to be playing some meta stuff early. Instead, I just kind of really focused and hammered on really creative things, and that kind of stinks sometimes because it's not always the easiest thing to do. All I see is lessons in Dimir control. Yeah. Yep. I will say this though, the meta is very diverse. I mean, I can't argue with that. Like if you go onto websites to look at like what the meta is looking like right now, there's a lot of decks out there. There are, but the problem is there's only, you know, let's say there's 10 decks that are really popping off. Like once 10 videos are done, which is 2 weeks, it's like, where do you go from there? You know, you got to get creative and you got to think of some stuff. Okay, they're gonna draw a card, but the good news is I'm gonna force a discard of 2 next turn. Let's go. So they have no more hand. Nice, that's a big hit right there. Long River's Pool, not bad. Uh-oh, let's try to get to this Ugin quickly. Quickly. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we're still 2 lands away from Ugin, which is very scary. Very, very scary. Could really use a sweeper right about now, game. Could really use a sweeper. Please and thank you. Man, if they get ethereal armor or something like that, we are in a lot of trouble. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so no ethereal armor, thank God. Thank God for that. Ugin, let's go. We're cooking. Protection spell? Yeah, it's a protection spell. Well, that's bad. That's really bad. Oh, man. Okay. Back to 7. 3, 4, 5. Okay. At least it wasn't a rescue. A rescue would have actually pumped their creature up permanently, so that's good that it was just a restoration magic. If they attack Ugin, we know we're good. Okay, they didn't attack Ugin. Nice. Okay, so for starters, we plus Ugin. We have to gain that life. That's a good land to have. Let's check their hand. What do you got? 2 lands. Oh no. Well, I guess we play a second Ugin then. Kind of have to. Kind of have to. I can't really target that, so submit 0. Wish I could. All right. Pilfer's not bad, but it's non-land stuff, so it's not like they're willing to play anything here. I really need to find a quandary if we're going to win this game, because that's the only way we're going to promote, you know, extra damage here. Okay, that's not bad. Oh, there we go. Ozai's a perfect answer, too. Ozai. Perfect. Okay. Draw some more cards off of this. I guess I could have played Determinus there. That's my bad. That's my bad. GG's. Let's go. Discard for the win. All right. Not too bad. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Standard is rough right now. I think standard overall is actually pretty good, but yeah, I need. And someone said or more brawl. I mean, I would like to branch off into some other formats and stuff too, but again, I don't know, man. I don't know. I have to do something. I really have to look into the content stuff and really take a deep dive and ask myself what it is that I'm trying to do. I really want to put myself out there and do some IRL content too at some point, but that would require me getting some new equipment stuff to take out and stuff, and you know, investing into some paper magic. But that'd be really fun. I think some IRL content could be really fun. Hadatsugu burn, and it's been surprisingly functional. I do like that card. I think, you know, getting the opponent down to 10 and then one-shotting them is pretty interesting. I like that card a lot. I haven't played it yet though. Weeks ago, I made an Is It combo deck that wins with Agatha's Soul Cauldron and creatures that untap for some game-ending combo, but it never took off because either you face removal tribal or you die in turn 4. Yeah. Play subscriber decks for donations on stream. Those are the best as viewers watch versus the Mythic grind. I know you say that and stuff, but like the streams where I'm actually grinding Mythic actually do a little bit better than the other ones, which is funny enough. But I would love a new convert best of 1 to best of 3 series. So you're saying for me to play best of 3? 100% would rather play a fun deck than a meta deck. Yeah. I mean, I appreciate you guys all, you know, all of your input. I really, really do. But don't worry, don't stress about it. I'll figure it out. That's on me to figure out, you know. So meta is better than it was with mono red, but it's rough right now. Yeah. Yeah, definitely better than VV for sure. Create a series where you play meta decks and try to make them better. Live stream deck builds. They'd get numbers for YouTube. Yeah, Black Sun would have been pretty. Did I hit a Black Sun? I think I did. Yeah. I auto scoop when Ugin comes out. That's fair. Ugin is an absolute nightmare to deal with. I agree. I think Ugin is like basically win on the spot kind of card. Let's see what we're playing next. Crazy how good this deck is with the amount of card draw in the format. Very true. A lot of card draw. Everything can draw you cards in every color now. Yeah, discard is pretty rough against Lessons for sure, Tom. It's very, very tough to beat that deck with discard, which is why I stopped playing that deck altogether, because when I made it, I think it was pre-Lessons, and now that Lessons is here and, you know, Worlds has happened, it's not as good of a deck. That mono white aggro deck is actually pretty solid. I use a variant of it. Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I only ran it that one time for the video, but it did a really good run for me. I almost don't know if I believe in that deck though. It's like it had a really good run. I need to give it more time to kind of develop and see, but I'm scared. I don't know why. It just doesn't seem like it should work as good as it does, but it did. You don't play paper MTG? Not really, no. Not in a long time. I used to all the time, but not in a long time have I. I'm taking you. No shot. No shot. We know what they're gonna do though. They're gonna just do this and then they're gonna hit it with this, so that's tough. That's rough, buddy. Okay, and then they can just shelter the next thing as well. That's actually really tough. Maybe I should have taken a shelter, but even if I'd taken a shelter, I'm in the same spot I'm in now. So what is the move? It seems like, right, like I should play maybe this, but they're gonna just take it with another sheltered, and if they double sheltered this, then I'm not gonna be able to kill it anytime soon. I'm in a really bad spot. Just this whole sequencing is really bad for us. Hopefully they play this and I can just target it with this. I don't know. This second sheltered by ghost is wild. Yikes. Just a weird lineup here that we have going on. It's just not good. Angel's fun, yeah. I love this deck. This deck is so good. Oh, and they're just gonna go for it. Okay, fair enough. I'm glad they did, because now I can play this a little bit more confidently, but they are at a 9/7 power, so that's pretty scary stuff. All right, wish me luck. I'm gonna need all the luck I can get. Was that ethereal armor? It is. So it's gonna keep growing even if they play. Oh, okay. Sure. Sure thing, man. Well, this just got interesting. Let's do this. I'm gonna take one of these sheltered by ghosts here. The one that's holding my bat, of course. Okay. Take a look at their hand. We'll, oh gosh, we'll take one of the weavers. And then what? And then gain 4, 7. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do this again. And this time I'm gonna take ethereal armor. Depumping them, swinging for 5. I go to 7, 5, 6, 7 though on the attack back. I'm gonna have to block with my deep cavern bat. I don't love that idea, but we gotta do what we gotta do. This whole thing's a mess. No chance, dude. There's no chance they got that. If they don't take the bat, I'm still in it, but still, how obnoxious. How obnoxious that top deck is, man. That's crazy. And they messed up though. They had lethal, but they messed up, so that's good. Oh no, I guess they got their sheltered back. Never mind. They're just gonna keep getting... Okay, they still don't go for it. Dude, how can we... Honestly, how can we be this unlucky? Wow. Wow. 3 shelters is wild. I know, right? I mean, I was already having a hard enough time dealing with the 2, and then they just top decked that because we knew what was in their hand. We knew it was the 2 creatures, and then that's a crazy top deck. I built a Mardu mobilized deck and it went 4-0. Nice, Joe. I start the holidays on Friday. Let's go. Remember when Esper midrange was king back in New Capenna? Good times. Oh, Rafine. Yeah, that was a fun meta. I mean, every time there's a meta, it's not really fun. Everybody starts to complain no matter what the meta is, because meta in general, the idea of meta just isn't fun. Wrong one. Because nobody wants to play the same thing over and over and over and over again. And that's why having a meta is like not ideal, but counters. But as far as metas go, this one's not too bad. And yeah, that Esper one wasn't too bad either. All right, before I go into this, let me catch up real fast on chat, real fast. Tons of gimmicks outside of the meta to build around, like how about weapon manufacturing food tokens? Some older mechanics updated with the new releases. I agree with you. Here's the thing. So again, there's a lot of other factors at play here. I've made 2 or 3 manufacturing decks in the past. All 2 or 3 of them have flopped. Like as far as videos go, they did really, really bad. And so I've got to think about those types of things. Clearly, a lot of people aren't interested in that, you know, that card in particular, or whatever it may be. Or maybe there's, you know, weapon manufacturing makes for a horrible thumbnail, right? And so there's a lot of factors I got to think about before making a deck, and to have people be interested and actually click on and watch the video and want to be engaged in it. And so, and it's not all about the numbers. It's just that if the numbers are bad, that just tells you that people didn't enjoy it. And you don't want to start going down that path a lot, because the algorithm will start to eat you up. It's a lot of things I have to think about. So could I make a weapons manufacturing deck? Yeah, sure, I'll make one tomorrow, but like, will it do good? And so then I start to think maybe I should lay off that card and try some other things. There are some fun things though that I notice people really do enjoy, like for instance, doubling season. For whatever reason you post something with doubling season, people love that stuff. So there are cards that are gimmicky that you can build around that I really enjoy. But it's a very, very small sample size, like I said. It's a lot to get into, but it's a lot of YouTuber jargon and nonsense. I mean, I hope to be one day. I mean, one day, hopefully we're big enough that it literally won't matter. Maybe we get big enough to where whatever I post does well enough, and we're all good. But we're not at that point. There are still days where if I post something and it goes really, really sideways and bad, it affects my life. All right, here we go. Pollinator and Zach Fair. We're up against red, and they're doing nothing but attacking my creatures right now, which is good. I mean, damage isn't going to my face. We know this person, don't we? I feel like I know that name. Okay, so what are we thinking? I could play the Anim, or I could play the Cage with this. I think I'm gonna go with the Anim. It's not terrible. Not terrible. Wide board states are always fun. I agree. That's why I love tokens. I think wide board states are they make for the funniest content. How are your token deck numbers? Pretty good, but I can't do the same deck all the time. You know, I love mono white, and I can make mono white a million different ways, and people really do enjoy mono white, but I can only do it so many times, you know. This is not good. Another burn effect, man. That's tough. It's gonna be another hard loss, isn't it? Let's just do this. I mean, we're taking too much damage from my own lands here. We'll bring this up. Maybe it's time for a cage. All right. I'm gonna need some help here. Ouroborate is a good card to find. I don't think we survive this turn though, if I'm being real. Wild Ride in the yard, ready to get played again. Oh, it just dawned on me. I know this person because of the early access event. We ran into each other a bunch of times. They pumped that up. Pre-block options, which is good. 2, 4. Yeah, they're gonna have a burn spell, so I'm gonna have to respect this. As much as I don't want to, I have to respect it. Sheesh. Okay. Put a counter here. I mean, I don't know. I just don't know, man. I think we're donezo, but we'll give it one more go around here. We'll see what happens. 2 counters getting passed over to the Pollinator here. Make a block on the Hired Claw. Play the Llanowar Elves. Get the Ouroborate. Or they play Slick Shot and the game's over. That's always something that happens too. Wild Ride for 5 mana. They're gonna be able to trigger this. Oh, there's no fire bending though. That's good. And then they just pump that. Okay, so we're saying there's a chance. There's one more turn. It's not really a chance though, is it? Man, I don't know what's going on right now, but we're having a little bit of bad luck with this deck, and I don't know why, because it's my favorite deck. Yeah, good game. Good game. Atlantis, what's going on, man? How you doing? How you doing? Do the jumping events too? YouTube can be cruel sometimes, but it can also be rewarding. Very true. Very true. There are some weeks where I'm on cloud 9 and then some weeks where it's like really, really stressful. How are you? Oh yeah, we just looked at that. Monkeys love the doubling the bananas. Yeah. Unfortunately, at this point, you aren't too big to fail, and even they, you're still going to be not big enough to fail. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you mean. I play standard ranked. Should I be playing something else to build the collection? Yeah, if you're trying to build your collection, I mean, I don't know. It depends on how many gems and tokens you're willing to risk and stuff like that. But if you've got some draft tokens, definitely try to get into some draft stuff. That'll be the fastest way to build your collection. But obviously that can be costly if you're free to play and stuff like that. So keep that in mind. But it's definitely the best way to do it. Weapons manufacturing and food was just an example. Totally get your point about your motivations, but there's tons of weird cards that are only good in deck design and just stupid. I'm sure you guys just heard that. I don't know what just happened, but they're having a good time, so that's good. Anyways, yeah, I know what you're saying. Do the jumpstart events, yo. In the right build, though, those weird cards can be super good. Agreed. I absolutely agreed. And they might get you more play if people saw them in action. Like there's a Teamer Giant that does a thing with adventures. Yes, I know what you're talking about. It has an adventure side on it. Have you played the Firebending Student turn 3 kill deck yet? Kind of meta, but still explosive enough. Are you talking about the Gruul deck? Because that's actually something I wanted to play. That's actually something that I do think I really want to play. We'll probably end up doing that one tomorrow. But I really wanted to get my life gain deck on board today. The life gain deck we're posting tomorrow is absolutely fire. It got me to 98% today from like 93. So, all right, we got discard again. Okay, hopefully we don't run into is it lessons. Hopefully not. Let's do it. Discard. Was that a dinosaur? No, my wife and kids are running and screaming, and it sounds like they're scaring themselves, like playing tag or something. Was that a dinosaur? Sounds like my house. Yeah, it's chaotic all the time around here. It's fun though. Never a dull moment, I'll tell you that much. Whoops. Never a dull moment at all. Avon, probably. It's probably the most annoying card for sure. Flyers is this is another deck I want to get back to and try one more time, because somebody actually ran this version against me yesterday that was really interesting, and they were able to lock me completely out of a game. Yeah, they're gonna be pretty upset about this, I think. If we hit another land drop and do one of these, that's gonna be pretty cool. Actually, I don't think I'm even gonna play this if I hit a land drop. I hope we get a sweeper, actually. Yeah, I hope we get a sweeper, because eventually they're gonna fill the board up here and I'm gonna have to answer. Hey, White Rabbit with the $10 in the super chat. Thank you so much, White Rabbit. Mob, stand up. Have a great night. Swayze, back to editing. Hey, no worries, man. Thank you so much for the 10, and thank you so much for always being a support, man. I appreciate you very much for that. Seriously, thank you. Like, all of these, you know, these weekly super chats have been amazing, man. I appreciate that. 2 lands. All right, their last eagle hits the field. That's enough damage though to really pressure me. I'm gonna need a sweeper very soon, but I am gonna hit the last bit of their cards from their hand here. 4, 5. Hey, we got 2 good cards there. That's good. Sweeper. Oh, come on, game. 2, 4, 6. Oh man, so many nice deck hits there. Rough little games here. Rough bit of games. All good though, all good. I think I'm gonna switch to just playing something that I know will work really well and keep at it, which is a couple of options here. Oh, we haven't played shrines yet. I haven't played shrines since the video that we did. I'm gonna play shrines and just see if it's holding up at all. I haven't played it at all since the video, and I really like that deck. Let's see how it does. I feel really bad. I ran into somebody playing my shrines deck twice while I was experimenting with Vendetta, and I was able to steal the main shrine they needed 2 times, and it was just horrible. They couldn't do anything. It did sound like a dinosaur legitimately. So buy crystals, enter drafts, gold packs. Yeah, basically. Luna with the $10 in the super chat. Thank you so much, Luna. Thank you, everybody, man. You guys are being so kind today and generous. Yo, Swayze, got you a #1 on my 2025 recap. Let's go. Thanks for keeping up the great content and chill vibes. Wondering if you do deck advice. Wanted to have a look at my Azorius Shiko deck quickly. I don't really do any I don't really do any of that advice stuff. Don't really have the time to kind of individually go through some advice, but there is one day a week. It's kind of hard to get into, but there's one day a week where you can get into the stream, or a month. I'm sorry, one day a month, not a week, where we have a stream. It's the last Wednesday of every month, and you can come into the stream, and I will play everybody's deck list that gets here early enough to submit a deck list. And when I do that, I kind of talk about your list, and we kind of go over how it plays, and if I have any suggestions. If you want me to give you suggestions at that point, I definitely could. But you'd have to be here pretty early for that. It does fill up pretty fast. All right, let's go Northern Air Temple. Let's go get another land. Probably gonna get a white source. I forget what colors I need to really be prioritizing here, but the mana looks pretty good already, so I think we're all right. I need to get some bodies out here, but the thing is, this thing flies, right? So unless I can find some removal, I actually don't even remember what kind of removal I have in here. I do think I have split up and stuff though, so hopefully. But Luna, thanks again for that 10. I really appreciate that a lot. Ooh, that's a good one. It's a really good one. Good timing too. Great timing. Okay, so let's get blue because we want to unlock the room, and let's get red. Okay. So I mean, not terrible. I mean, I'd love to draw some cards here, maybe with the blue shrine, and then obviously follow that with the red shrine, and then we're online with everything, right? So how much does this cost to kick again? It costs 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'd get a land and a shrine. Is that how that works? Library for a basic land card and a shrine. That's kind of good, right? That's kind of good, right? Let's get another blue land. I mean, yeah, end the turn, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I cast this. I get the blue shrine. I get a land with it. Could be good. Might be the move. I think we win this one. I don't know. It really depends on how much pressure this Weaver puts on us, or this not the Weaver, the Aerialist puts on us here. Really tough to say. I'm thinking though that we want to go draw some more cards because I really need a sweeper, right? So I think drawing cards here is going to be the play. Let's get a swamp. Okay, so we're gonna draw 4 cards. Hopefully a sweeper. Maybe a split up would be really, really good. Green. Okay, do I have split up in here? I thought I did. I probably should have checked my deck prior. Let's just send in 2 of these guys. Yeah, we're kind of cooking. We're kind of cooking. Let's go. Our post Post it in the Discord. Yeah, definitely post your deck list in the Discord if you have one that you want me to look at. I mean, again, I probably don't have time to look at it and really give you a detailed, you know, answers to your questions or anything, but that is the one place to start for sure. No shot, dude. They really got us here. They really got us here. Dang, we were so close, man. I have to check this deck because I am pretty sure I run like not only a full play set of split ups, but also another sweeper of as well. And if that's the case, I'm gonna be really bummed out that we didn't find any. We drew so many cards, gained so much life, and we ramped really heavily. So not finding one there is kind of crazy. 3 and 3, yeah. So we run 6 sweepers. Kind of unreal, man. Kind of unreal we didn't find one there. All right. So let's do, I mean, counters is our best deck. It really is. Yeah, let's just grind. I want to grind. Let's grind out. Let's grind out. Last time I'll mention it, but Entropic Battlecruiser makes them lose 3 life every time they discard. Oh yeah, I know. I love that card. A 1-of adds 20% win rate to the Lessons matchup. Oh dang! You're right, because they lose life even when they're discarding, you know, themselves. That's actually really cool. That's a very true statement. White Shrine gets you to 5/5. Did I miss lethal on that White Shrine? I probably did. I probably did. I didn't do any sort of attack math on that, but okay. Opponent off to a mono red start going first. Love that. In my Shrines deck, I ditched the white and went for a Doppelgang. Nice. If you can survive long enough with the removal, I send them to the Shadow Realm with the Shrines ETBs. That's funny. All right, I like to do this even early on to like a Pollinator just because it's mono red for 1, but then also it's gonna grow over time anyways with my other things. So, all good. I went to my local shop on Monday and built a deck for $25, entered a weekly tournament, and for 5, and then placed second and got my money back and had a blast. I love that, Bill. That's awesome. That's awesome, man. Yeah, let's get this down. That's inspiring, honestly. I really want to get back to my local game store and play and stuff. Oh, will someone post a Discord? Yeah, I'm sorry. Let me post a Discord. I'm sorry. I've been slacking a little bit on the chat. I apologize. Invite. Sorry if you can't hear the game. It's because I'm tabbed out right now. Here is the Discord link. There you go. I struggled with the sweepers in this deck as well. Like finding them, you mean? Doppelgang's got to be one of those cards that gets the eyeballs, right? Honestly, no. Doppelgang doesn't get as much as you would think. I would think so too, because I love the card and I think it's a fantastic, fun card, but not as much as you'd think. I have a soft spot for the Doppelganger as well, man. It's a good card. It really is. All right, let's get this. Do one of these and probably. I don't think I can afford to pay life for this, so let's just do this and call it for now. I need to get the 3 damage here so I can get the life gain. All right, so 2 cards left in the opponent's hand. I feel pretty confident, especially if one of them turns out to be a land. Okay, a Lessons card to take out. Unfortunately, a really good card of mine. Okay, I don't think they have another spell to play here. I'm getting the vibes that they don't have anything. Yeah. Beautiful. Some would say stunning. Okay, it is a spell they can cast in, so it's got to be like another lesson of some sort. Redirect. Pay 5 life or pay 2. Change the target of a spell or an ability. Oh, well, you gotta wait until oh, they changed the target to this? Yeah, they did that wrong. That would have been absolute gasoline if they would have done that right. So, retargeting the spell or ability. So, they should have waited for the shelter to land and then redirected the ability of what the shelter does. And then they would have been able to exile or forced me to have to exile my own thing. Maybe even exile my own sheltered by ghost that's already on there. But yeah, they did that incorrectly. A very cool idea. I see the idea. I see the vision. Those Ice Age sleeves are cool. I know, they are pretty sweet. I ended up giving the deck to a kid who got knocked out early. Nice, man. That's cool. I love that. I hate Doppelgang. I can never get it to work because the casting cost is too high. Yeah. Yet everyone uses it against me. Yeah, it's an auto win. I agree. It's one of those things where ramp, I mean, whenever you're running ramp, because you're going to have to run ramp with Doppelgang, right? And whenever you're running ramp at all, you either sometimes always end up with all the ramp spells with none of the payoffs, or you get all the payoffs with none of the ramp spells. It happens a lot. It makes playing ramps a little bit difficult. Yeah, they definitely thought they could steal the shelter for sure. Oh, does the shelter say only opponent's permanents? Okay, so it wouldn't have worked either way then. Oh man, we're already getting cooked. Opponent has a perfect curve out here, it looks like, unfortunately. And they're running Golgari, which is interesting. Let's do this. Tap you, tap you. Alrighty. Definitely another cage because those were pretty bad hits. Okay, so what if I play... I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so if I play this next turn, or yeah, this is probably the best thing for me to play to trigger this at least. I don't know. It's gonna be a really tough game here, depending if they keep this run going, because right now they're running really, really well. Okay. Well, there goes that idea. There goes that idea. Kind of want to play this first. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it is this. Maybe it's just get this down and be quick about it, you know? All right, no attacks. Alana next turn, ready to go. How's the climb going? We've gone backwards a little bit. Shrines are one of the best shells for Doppelgang right now, in my humble opinion. Oh no, that was my Ouroboros. Is it power 3 or less? It is. I thought it was mana value. Pretty broken card they got there. All right, are they willing to make a trade here? Oh, they don't actually even have to. They could. It would de-ramp them just as much as it would me, and I think I'm good to go on the ramp. I don't really care. Nice. Let's do it. Send it in. I don't love this, but I do think that we can race here a little bit. Because I can also kind of like last second make a block 2 in the air, currently at least, and maybe save myself some damage and then follow up with the final attack. We'll see. We'll have to see. You should try to get the winter achievements. It's all Christmas themed. I'll do that as soon as I can. Maybe this weekend when I have some time. What a card, what a card. What a top deck of the century. Assuming they don't have a removal spell here. That's good. This just has ward 1, right? Love that for me. And I can still do this. Oh my gosh. Taking some damage though. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna choose white. Tap the Sheltered by Ghosts. This for red. Take 1. Okay. And we give the counters obviously to the Anim. And I think gaining 3 here is good, but I'll leave the Anim to block. Oh no. What sort of shenanigans is this? Wow. Well, that is super unfortunate. I mean, I couldn't have expected that. Like, there's nothing that would have prepared me for that sort of a play, so it is what it is. They got me. Thought they made a mistake on their tapping. Wow, man, that was so close. That was so close. You should try. Double counters might be ramping to Liliana. Yeah, that's true. They definitely could have been doing some Liliana nonsense. I kind of want to do Planeswalkers again, too. I haven't done Planeswalkers in a little while, and I love some Planeswalker stuff. Let me actually write that down, too, because I really do want to try that. I haven't done it in a long time. Planeswalkers. Maybe that'll be tomorrow's build. I do want to try that Gruul deck we talked about, though, too. I think that'll be really fun. I definitely have a lot lined up, I think, for the rest of this week, which is good. Which is really good. Lovely, an hour behind, another 13-hour shift screws me again. I'm a FedEx worker, by the way. Oh, Kelly, yeah, I think we talked about that before, man. I'm sorry you're going through a tough time, man. I'm sorry you're going through that. So much furniture. Ugh. See, the heavy lifting stuff, man. I feel like if I did anything right now outside of you know, what I'm currently doing, I think I would probably go do some sort of like service like that, like some sort of Amazon or FedEx. But I kind of like driving and being by myself and doing that type of stuff and just working hard on my own. The whole pool thing was kind of up my alley, but the holidays, man, I can't even imagine. Can't even imagine the holiday stuff. Sorry you're going through that, man. Let's do red or white. I mean, I don't have a lot of green stuff, so yeah. I guess we'll do white. Let's get this in. It enters with a counter on it. And then we can pay. No, I'm swinging in. I'm swinging in. Trying to be proactive here. Let's go. Solid opponent tech in these games. Yeah, I know, right? This is how it's been for me for the past 2 days. Just bad luck, huh? That was really bad luck. That was some terrible, terrible luck. You know what's funny enough? I don't really care about the Scoundrel. I'm taking their treasure token. I think de-ramping them here is the way to go. Yeah, they say nice because I think I made the right call on that. Because why haven't they played a spell yet? Because they're probably working up to something pretty big, right? And so if I can de-ramp them another turn, I think we're in a pretty good spot. That's fine. That's A-okay. No, 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 no. Whoa, whoa. This freaking game. Almost got me there. You almost got me, pal. All right, so we got 9 attackers just going wide and then another 1. Yeah, so that'll do it. Unless it's another lightning helix effect or something. I think we got him right on the dot. Right on the dot. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, Blob, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. My recently deceased mother's birthday. I'm being laid off now. I'm a guardian. Oh man, I'm sorry, Storm, that you're going through that. I really am. That's tough. Amazon has a 70-pound limit, while FedEx and UPS have a 150-pound limit. Oh my gosh. Yikes. Yeah, that's a big difference. The dolly would be my best friend, I'd tell you that much. Okay, so our hand looks pretty good. It's not great, but it's pretty good. From an Amazon worker to a FedEx worker, you have my utmost respect. Yeah, for real. This is actually a really good find right here off the first drop here. Hey, Bill with the $10 in the super chat, man. You guys have been absolutely incredible to me today, man. I appreciate that very much. Put this towards the deck out of the common box. Next tourney night at your local shop. You will not regret it, I promise. Maybe buy a soda and a snack too. Hey man, thank you so very, very much for that. I really do appreciate you. Let's go with green. Pay the life. Get this down. And then we'll get down a Zach Fair as well. Okay, sounds good. So you said deck out of the common box next tourney. So there's like a common box you can just pick up a deck list, or what? How does that work? Swayze, do you like comic books? I like the idea of comic books. I don't read a whole lot though. I do wish I read more. But I have this. I actually have a really crazy idea of wanting to create my own comic book. I already have a pretty cool idea for it too, but I haven't had time to commit to really anything ever. So, but yeah, I mean, again, a short answer, yes, but I don't really read them enough to, or at all really to say yes, but. All right, sure. This is getting really bad because they all fly. This is bad because they all fly. Okay, they're not intimidated to swing in anymore. They were a minute ago, which was good for me, but now not so much. So 1 or 2 blockers. Okay, I think I'm gonna do this out of desperation just to get the token idea ramped up. And okay, so if I just say go and attack, right? Let's see. So 2 of these get blocked. That's definitely not nearly enough. I think we lose. I think we lose here, guys. Yeah, because I need to get the white source from here too. That's gonna do it, man. GG's, huh? 3, 4, 5. Man, every time I say one more turn we would have had it, drives me nuts. All right. I'm not gonna lie though, playing this opponent definitely makes me feel like playing my own angel build. So we might just do that. Dolly can only do so much because some things won't work on a dolly, so you'll have to heave-ho those recliners and so forth. That's fair. That is fair. All right, let's try some angels. See if that gets us going here. I won the Spider-Man MTG comic book with a version of your Elspeth tokens deck. Nice. Okay, so you were at like a shop that doubled as a comic book store. That's pretty cool, man. And it was with a version of our Elspeth tokens deck. Well, that makes me proud. I love that. That makes me happy. Swayze song. So all of these songs are just basically off of a playlist. The playlist being the 100 Thieves hype track. It's a collaboration with Harris Heller. He's like the artist for the music, but it's all free, no royalty or whatever. Music that you can use on your YouTube and not get in trouble. Most shops have a bulk commons. Some have a Nominal fee, most will just let you take what you need. Gotcha, gotcha. Okay. That's pretty cool. Of course, Kelly, man. You're busting your butt, man. I'm no stranger to having to bust my butt, you know? It's not fun. Man, do I let them potentially pop off here, or do I... Because here's the deal. If I attach a Shelter by Ghost here, it's almost not going to be able to attack ever again. Because after this, they're going to keep up one blocker and get this back, right? So it becomes a bit of a dicey situation. Another Badger Mole Cub. Okay, so that's going to produce a lot of mana. Sheesh. Okay, they get the talent down, and then do they have enough for Druneth here? I think they do. Yes, they do. And they can pump the talent to give it ward. Oh, gosh, it just keeps getting better, huh? It just keeps getting better. All of my opponents are absolutely going on huge, crazy runs right now. Should I just try to outpace him here? It feels like I should just try to outpace him and slam the Giada into the Inquisitor and then hope for another big Angel off the top. Yeah, I think that's the play. I think that's the big move here. All right, looks like they're going to use some mana here on their talent, of course, to double the counters. It's okay to take days off. The meta's in another state and isn't heavy snooze fest. Hey, I appreciate that, man. I wish they were days off though, man. I mean, even though the videos didn't show today, unfortunately, that means I was working more than I usually am. If there is a video, it's usually because the day went pretty well and pretty smooth. But man, I wish the day went smooth. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this. I'll play this out. Swing on in with this. They don't have anything that flies. Okay, it's a land. Ay, ay, ay. If only I could pop off like my opponents, man. Looks like they might have run out of gas. That's good. I mean, that's a fair trade to me, in my opinion. Okay, looks like they ran out of steam. Out of steam. Let's go. Let's go ahead and swing in here and just draw another card. That's a good find. It'll definitely come in handy, especially if I can end up linking it. Let's go! We won. Holy cow. What a start they had, too. Just couldn't find their Ouroboros. Thank goodness for that. Watch that. Hey, chill, Code. Chill. That's what I'm saying. If they would have top decked that Ouroboros, it would have been over. Okay, I'm back for a minute before I go shopping. What's going on, Nico? I mean, giving them a Druneth back isn't an issue anymore. I would have... Oh, yeah, Legend ruling that out. I did consider blocking for that reason, but... I don't know. I guess I chose not to for no apparent reason, but... 10 mana on turn 3. Dude, I was messing around Code yesterday and I got like I think I got like somewhere close to like 30 mana on like turn 3 or 4. It was the most outrageous thing I've ever pulled off in my life. I forget how I even did it, but it definitely involved 3 Badger Moles, I'll tell you that. But it was ridiculous what I pulled off. Okay, well, the opponent's playing Kona, so we have till turn 4 and it's over. Unfortunately, that is not enough time for me to close this thing out. And they throw away anytime. Okay, let me tell you guys a little secret. Anytime your opponent throws a Kona away in the graveyard, you're in some, you know what I mean? You're in for some trouble. Because that means they got one in their hand. Correct, correct. All right, here we go. Swing on through for the minuscule damage. All right, it was fun, guys. It was a fun game while it lasted. It was fun while it lasted. What? We get another turn? Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Counter? No. You're lying. You're lying. Confused. It's Aetherize, isn't it? Oh, bounce off? Okay, so it's not Aetherize. It is not Aetherize, but I lose the ability to gain life here, which does shut down the Exemplar's card draw. Bummer. Okay, so the only card the opponent's missing here is Omniscience. Are they gonna find it with this Consult? If Kona hits the field, we're toast. It was nice knowing you guys. It was nice knowing you guys. I'm joking. I'm a little tilted. I hate that deck. I hate it so much, man. I hate it. Such a stupid deck. So uninspiring. So weak. Man. What do we play? Fallen Angels? Let's try Fallen Angels. Aetherize, yeah, that would have been really annoying too. Aetherize would have been pretty bad. I thought it was that was what we were gonna get hit with. That's a wrap. Most boring deck in Standard, totally a snooze fest. I just finally got a Kona from a God pack? That's pretty fire. I always wait till they present me with a loop. I almost never do because like if you're gonna sit there for like, you know, 2 or 3 stock ups anyways, it's like they're gonna find it. The deck is so, oh, why did I pay life for that? Oh my god. The deck is just so set up to find all of its pieces. It's like 90% card draw. Dude, I just hit my funny bone and I don't know why I kept this hand and I don't know why I'm even doing this. I'm a little tilted. A little bit. Now we're up against nothing but discard hate here, and our hand is not built to last, I'll tell you that much. Oh man, this is... You're about to see the ultimate crash out of Swayze today. I knew this was gonna happen though. We had a really good run, so it was fun while it lasted. I don't know why I kept this hand. This game's 100% on me. Kept a horrible hand. So not dialed. Dude, it hurts so bad. I hit my elbow so hard. All right. Fortunately, Speed Demon and an Angel. That's a great card, actually. Come on, please give me a land. Please give me a land. I need it. I need this so bad. I need this, man. I need it. Let's do... I mean, it's card draw, right? But yeah, I don't know. Okay, sure. Sure. Hey, yo, we got the land, and it doesn't come in tap. That's good. Check your DMs later for a Grixis lessons plan. Okay, will do. Will do. Wah, wah. Your duress is no good here. Unfortunately, though, the exemplar gets taken out by this, and I lose all my exemplars. That's not exactly a fun time, is it? Hey, that's a good card. Doesn't get taken. Oh, do I not have... Oh, I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. I was like, don't I have 3 black sources? I don't know what I was looking at. I genuinely have no idea what I was looking at there. Okay, I mean, if they use nowhere to run, that's fine. That's value for us. I don't know why I thought I had 3 swamps there. Holy smokes. Okay, do I get to draw a card, though? That player shuffles and draws a card for each exile card in their hand. Yes, okay, so I get to draw a card. If it's a land, I can unlock my demon. I'm in good shape. There's no way, dude. There's no way. Surely we draw a swamp anytime now. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even have to be a swamp. Just a land. A singular land would be very nice. Please, please, please. If I lose this game because of my own damage being taken from the annex, I would have been fine losing this game a lot earlier too because of how bad my start was, but not so much anymore because we're kind of making a comeback. So I don't want to lose now. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. All right, let's start gaining some life back. Sozin is quite a bit away of being able to get played here. Let's go. This card doesn't matter when you've got Annex popping off here, huh? 1, 2, 3. Okay, they get the Annex of their own, which is a bit of a problem. Just a little bit. Damage is going though, man. Damage is damaging right now. Let's go. 3, 4, 5. Still can't cast this. That's good. They might just do this or the demon. Okay, not gonna get their demon, huh? I mean, GG's. GG's, let's go. Why not Aclazotz? If you had Bloodletter, it was lethal. Bloodletter was lethal. What did I do instead? I did the Annex instead. Demon. Oh yeah, because the demon would have hit for 12 instead of 6. When you guys ask why, when you guys ask questions like that and you say, why did you do this or why not do this? Because I'm stupid. If you put that into context, that'll answer your question. If you throw that into the context, it usually will, there'll be a common denominator. Yes, it would have done 12. You're absolutely right. I tunnel visioned. Yep, I get very much tunnel visioned. That's a great way to put it. Tunnel visioned on my game plan. So where I got tunnel visioned on that one is gaining life. I got tunnel visioned on gaining life. I got so fixated on the fact that I was losing so much life early on in that game that it became like my #1 goal to gain a lot of that life back. So that is absolutely where that came from. I wasn't even thinking about pumping out damage. Yeah, brain damage, exactly. I'm not stupid. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I'm not. I've been having some long days and nights around these last couple of days. So I'm just going to attribute it to being tired. Quite honestly, I'm very tired today. Very, very tired today. I had to get up very early today to get my video done because I had to go to my son's school today at noon. for father, son, or just parent and son, gingerbread house building. Our gingerbread house was pretty chaotic looking, I will say. We definitely didn't win any awards with our gingerbread house, but I had a lot of fun. I'm trying to think, do I want to attach the Sheltered by Ghost to this just for them to put a counter on something, and then on top of that, it's not even enough life gain to trigger? I have no idea. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think there's better targets. I think being patient here is, you know, the way to go. Drain damage? Yeah, exactly. Charm looks iffy? Oh no, the charm is goated. I love the charm. I get it. We're a 2-color deck though. I get what you're saying. It's called extensive MTG exhaustive throws. Yeah. These are all great ways to describe it. Brother, can I get a land? Like, does this deck just not run swamps, or how does that work? I mean, at this point, I feel like I kind of have to do this, but I mean, they would have played Ouroboros if they had it, right? I don't know. Be patient, no rush. Don't rush, we'll get our target. We'll find our target sooner or later. Really looking for a swamp here, my dude. This is one of those times where, like, I feel silly because I'm like, if I had played this Sheltered by Ghost a little sooner, we wouldn't be in a position where they might have lethal next turn, you know what I mean? And it's like, at the same time, it's like, I really haven't had a great target. This is gonna hurt so bad. Ay, so many counters, and they've really focused heavily on just a couple few here. All right. What's the plan, man? GG's? Yes, okay. Mana issues again, though. 2 games in a row with mana issues. I don't know what that's about. Shall we look? I think I need to get more swamps as opposed to the plains. So we got them evenly distributed right now. But I do have a lot of double commitment to white, too. Yeah, we'll leave it. We'll leave it. Let's not jump the gun here. It's 2 weird games. We've had some good runs. With the mana base right now, I mean, Pedman... Charm looks iffy for the mana base. Yeah, I get what you were saying. No worries. Not everyone can see everything, and everything can do. There's like 30k cards to keep track of everywhere. I know, right? That's what I try to explain to people too. Sometimes is like the pool of cards in this game is absolutely insane. Trying to explain that to people in my life that don't play Magic too is so funny. I'm like, no, you don't get it. It's like chess, but like, imagine if the chess pieces. Let's imagine that their rules changed every 2 months and there was like 300 more of them. I try to explain it Magic like that to people. It's the best way I can explain it. Magic is such a funny game. All right, let's get this down. Missing land drops again. I'd rather watch you misplay than other creators take 2 timeouts to play a lane. Fair. I will say I do kind of pride myself on that, right? Like, I try to keep the game moving, keep the pace high, keep the pace going. A derelict haunted house looks better than any gingerbread house I've ever crafted. Uh-oh, that's a pretty good card. Okay, my guess, this is just my guess. I think the opponent is probably playing, what is that card called? It's the red one that pulls like a bunch of cards, it mills a bunch of cards out, and then it puts them on the battlefield. I think, obviously, I should probably take the Overlord. And another really good strategy I was thinking about here is probably drawing a land. That could be a pretty solid idea. Because, you know, when you draw as many momos, or draw more momos than lands, it tends to not work out all the time. I mean, it's a decent strategy, I guess, but I wouldn't recommend it. Yeah, I mean, who would have guessed this was going to happen? It's almost like I just said this was going to happen. And we had them absolutely dead to rights, like, easily. I mean, easily if we drew a third land. Like... But again, I guess my strategy there was a little bit off. Should have focused more on getting more lands. That's my bad. That's on me. 3, 6, 7. Wow, they can play that next turn. Yes, let's get this down. Okay, so if they hit a land drop, which I'm sure they will. How about a 4th Momo? That seems like a good idea. Chill with the good game, bro. We get it. We get it. You popped off, bro. You popped off. Congrats. How about putting in more lands? We got 24, I'm pretty sure. I mean, if I don't have 24 in here, then yeah, I'm gonna feel silly, but yeah, we have 24 lands. Drawing a 3rd land drop shouldn't be like asking for a miracle to happen. You know? This deck is failing us. I mean, I've won most of them. I've won almost every game. That was my first actual loss, but like, I would be, the difference is that I would be slamming people. I'd be slamming them if we would have just drawn the lands in those spots. But those, I mean, 2 games prior, we scraped by and we won the games. Plane shift adds a whole other layer too. I haven't seen that deck before. I don't know. There was a red card like that. Yeah, it's something in counter. I forget. I just saw it, but yeah, it's a pretty good card. It's a pretty good card. And now we're up against Simulacrum Synthesizer, more than likely. I don't know if I love that matchup, but I am going to get some big bodies down here pretty quickly so I don't get star caged. Repurposing Bay. Snare. Is it a snare? Please don't be a snare. I'd honestly rather see a repurposing bay or like a simulacrum synthesizer here. A snare would be bad. Okay, cool. I'll take it. I will take it. $61 card special could do that. I've never really tried that or seen the value in it, but I mean, a lot of people really do enjoy that. All right, let's go. Everyone attack. Nice. So I do have a charm. I can actually play it, which is a wild thought, but you know, I can give some lifelink to the exemplar maybe. It all depends here if they get double snare. If they get double snare, GG's, cool, they got us. We are unlucky like usual, but I don't think they did because they would have been all over that, I feel like. Interesting. Okay, so Momo and the exemplar are both gone. I am left with dealing 5 damage to the opponent, which is cool. It is cool. Now, we should probably set up... Here's what I'm going to do. I should be able to set up lethal here, assuming that there's no creatures in front of me next turn to attack. We're sending it over. Let's send this over the top. Now, here's the deal. I'm gonna just wish and hope that they don't find a snare. If they don't, okay, well, that was quick. That was a quick whatever. Okay. Sure. My backup plan, here's my backup plan. It was to get this out, give it 2/1/1 counters and win the game. but they get to put something in front of me here, so that's also not happening. If I attack here, they might think something's up and not block, and also they may just want to like, oh, let's not. Here's the thing, I have to win through a bluff here, guys. I have to bluff my way to victory here. Actually, do I? I don't have to bluff my way to victory. Hold on. We get 3 damage in here. We play this land out, and the next turn we just drain them and we win. I think that's the plan. Unless they somehow gain some life, which is possible. Okay, cool. They take more damage even. Would you look at that? So my other game plan there was, so you guys know my thought process, is I was going to just attack with my 3/3 and hope that they didn't block, because they were maybe thinking, oh, well, if I block, they could be up to something here. So just let him get through and get the 3, whatever, but then like instant speed the 2/1/1 counters. All right. Please don't have any sort of shenanigans for 1 here. I don't think that exists right now in standard, but you never know. Cool beans. Look at that. You get some lands. Look what you can do. Look what you can do. Planes Shift is an add-on to Commander. I don't know if they have it in digital, but basically the battlefield keeps changing worlds. Bloodthirsty Conqueror with no infinite loop cards, bruh. Yeah, it's just in there for the life gain. I'm not trying to do the infinite loop stuff. I'm just trying to get value out of my angels and demons. Hold on. I don't know why I can't clear my throat. Oh, man. I know you can do the infinite loop life gain with that, but it's not really what my deck's trying to do. My deck's trying to get value out of Momo and stuff. You roll a special die each turn, and it either activates a trigger or a plane or shifts. Gotcha. I'm going to be crashing out, y'all. I'm broken down and tired. You have a good night. Much success. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, Kelly. I'm wishing you the best of luck, brother. I love your Angels deck. Thank you, man. We were just playing that a minute ago. I'm having a little bit more success with this one. This is the one that got me into Mythic too, so old reliable, if you'd say. I made this deck after watching your video. It's pretty fun. I'm glad, man. This one's a good one. This is definitely one I think is fairly decent and worth maybe taking a crack at as far as crafting. Definitely Burst Lightning, but I mean, that's equally as bad, right? I think I should probably... There's a couple of things that... There's a lot of... There are so many lines I can take here the more I'm thinking about this. Because you know they're going to play this next turn, right? Assuredly, they're playing this next turn. And they're going to deal 1 damage here and attack. So I could protect it with the Sheltered by Ghost right now and just go up to 2 power and hope for the best, or I can pull off some real shenanigans here and give it 2 additional counters with this at instant speed. I think that's the play. Because if I were to put a Sheltered by Ghost onto this, here's the deal. They probably wouldn't play this, right? I want them to play this thinking that they've got that value. You know what I mean? I kind of want to bait them into it. All right. So now that they've wasted that, or not wasted it, but at least, you know, didn't get the value they thought they were going to get out of it, I'm feeling a lot better. Plus, having 3 toughness is so much better if I want to attach a Sheltered by Ghost to it now, because most of their burn spells are going to be 1 mana to deal 2, so you're in a lot better of a spot. Still don't know if I really want to throw a Sheltered by Ghost down yet, because I'm gaining 3. Kind of want to draw some cards. Kind of want to play Revenant too. Yeah, I'm going to play Revenant because it can block really well here. Not that it's going to come down anytime soon. I do want to protect the bat, though. I really should get a Sheltered by Ghosts onto it. Really enjoying the stream tonight. Took the night off to decompress, and this is exactly what I needed. Let's go. I'm glad you're here, man. I'm glad we can help you, you know, take it easy. That's what this is all about, man. I love that. I'm glad I can, you know, be the entertainment a lot of you guys want and need, you know, especially during the holidays and stuff. So glad you made it here, man. Appreciate you. If I didn't have 4 kids and it wasn't Christmas, I'd toss you a bunch of cash. Dude, don't worry about it, man. I got you. No worries. No worries, brother. I've got 2 kiddos of my own. Christmas kind of, you know, it's tough on everybody, so don't even worry about it. Don't stress it. Appreciate you just being here and being a real one. All right, what do we got? A full bore's instant speed, 3/2 till end of turn. Creature cast a warp. It also gains trample and haste. Okay. Don't quite understand, but calm down, Elon. You guys are funny. All right, I think this game's over. Sure seems that way, doesn't it? I mean, sure. I don't know. I don't know. They're down to 10. I'm down to 14. I got life gain. They're mono red. It seems like this game's over, but we're beating up on people in the top 1800 quite a bit with this deck. Yeah, at my son's gingerbread house building thing today in kindergarten, the mom sitting across from me was talking about how she had 6 kids. I'm like, damn, how in the world do you have a life? I don't even have one right now. I will say my life I have, though, is amazing. My boys are awesome, man. I genuinely love nothing more than just going in the backyard and just playing basketball and goofing off with those guys. Seems like they don't have any instant speed nonsense, right? Maybe they do. Maybe they do, but I'm gonna call your bluff. Well, I definitely lost the call. I lost the call for sure. Is this just gonna pump up though? Maybe they throw a fireball at the face? If that's the case, do I? Yeah, they throw a fireball at the face. Okay, that's kind of what I expected. That's a good find. Very good find. Don't mind if I do. Ugh, where are my lands? If I have to say that one more time. Flyers are always clutch. Absolutely. I enjoy the commentary and thought process, the way you break down your opponent's plays too. It's very helpful for players looking to improve. Thank you, Michael. That's really nice of you to say, man. I appreciate that. Boys need fathers. Thanks for being there for your boys. Of course, man. I couldn't imagine life without those guys. They're my best friends. Sad to say, but they kind of are. All right. Sheltered by Ghost time. Yeah. Definitely. GG's. GG's, mono red. What's up, man? Just got my new 55 TV hooked up on the computer. Deck looks crispy and huge now. That's awesome. All right, one more win and I think we're back to where we started, which is, I guess, not a bad thing. It's definitely not a bad thing. I'm glad I pulled this deck out though, because I'm actually reminded of how good it is, and I'm happy now. Hold on one second. I see a little tiny spider. All right, little tiny guy. Alrighty, I'm going first. Our hand looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Hello, everybody. Hello, Swayze. How late am I? You're pretty late, Neil. It's okay though. I'm glad you made it, brother. But yeah, this might be my last game, actually. Wow. Didn't expect to say that so soon. I've been actually having a lot of fun tonight. More fun than usual, actually. Time just flew by. When are you going to teach your boys how to play Magic? Whenever they're interested. I mean, I don't think they're very interested at the moment, which is fine. My oldest is, he got interested for a second there. He was playing a little bit of Pokemon and learning the game, and he realized how fun it was. Oh, what a bummer, dude. If I get Momo down, I can't play the Resplendent Angel. What do I do here? Hey. I mean, they just threw Iroh away, though. I guess it's got to be this, though, because they could have another, like, firebending lesson. Or, yeah, I shouldn't say another, but a firebending lesson. And so that would take out Momo. But yeah, I really want to teach my boys how to play Magic, but I don't know if they have the patience for it right now. It's not sad to say your sons are your best buds. My daughters are my best buds. Yeah, I know it's... Some people think you should have friends your own age and stuff, but my boys are the coolest dudes I know. Yeah, I was worried about that. Okay, monuments down. The real nonsense begins now. You know what's interesting? I didn't play this deck. I've never actually played this deck in my life, the Lessons build with the monument. But I played versions of Lessons where, like, we had a ton of, like, a ton of value on, like, just a bunch of lessons in my hand. And we were trying to generate value off of the Grand and this. And minus the monument, the deck did nothing. Like, I genuinely couldn't get anything going. It was so frustrating. But man, you put a monument down, it is a whole nother ball game. All right, what are we hoping for? Because if we hit a land, I could play Speed Demon. But the problem with Speed Demon is I'm going to draw cards and lose life. I'm not going to gain any life. It's not going to produce anything of value on the board. There's really like no synergies happening right now with what I've got currently going on. I'm expecting the opponent to remove some of these creatures off the battlefield, whether it be bouncing them or burning them, but I don't expect these things to stay here for long. I really don't. Okay, that's a good sign. For those that don't know, Sam's Club has a Duskmourn Precons with 3 packs for $19.99. Ooh, nice. Is it really possible for someone to make it to Mythic constantly without having a bunch of wild cards? Yes. I know that may seem like I don't want to think I'm feeding you false hope or anything, but my friend Thomas had never played Magic before, and I got him to, well, I didn't get him, he got himself to Mythic the very first month he played, and it was with mono red aggro. Obviously the meta has shifted. I don't exactly know what sort of like what sort of works the same as mono red as far as wild cards go. I mean, this deck, if you look at it here, this deck doesn't actually use a lot of rares, right? The talents are pretty expensive, the monument, but outside of that, the lessons themselves are all commons and uncommons. You might be able to put something together with that and then just, you know, really grind with lessons maybe. All right, so 7 damage with the combustion. I was gonna say they had to do something here. Had to do something. Neil, thank you so much for the 12 months with the Marty Ma, brother. Happy 1 year, brother. Merry Crisis. Oh, thank you so much for the year, brother. I really appreciate you for hanging around with us for a whole year, brother. Thank you for that, you know, that support. It means a lot to me. It really does. So 3, 6. Okay, so now even if I attack with my fortress and I get a land, it's not enough. Yay, that means I have to take an entirely whole nother turn here. Sorry guys, my allergies are bad. So even if I get a land, I need 6 lands in order to do the ability off of these. That's a really good card, but can't cast it yet. I thought I could. I forgot they took out my Momo though. All right, let's see if they can remove all of these off the field. Let's see how many burn spells have we found here. 2 combustions and 1 firebending. Dang, they got that much value out of just 2 firebending. And wow. Our 2 combustions and 1 firebending is crazy. I thought for sure we ate a lot of burn spells there. All right, so they got a cost reduction on all their spells too. So forgot about the boomerangs. Those are going to be pretty toxic. Ay, ay, ay. I really like the dynamic you have with this deck. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Getting to mythic is easy. It's maintaining high mythic numbers that's hard. Agreed. Agreed. I can sit at 92 to 94% like in my sleep, but anything above that, you're really gonna have to push and, you know, try hard. This is it. How many more spells could they possibly have here to disrupt me? I don't know. 17 more? Nothing crazy. That's a pretty interesting decision to send that in. Really? Are you serious? Surely not. I'm not gonna get my hopes up. Yep. You got it, pal. You got it. All right, so that's gone. I am going to do what then? I don't know. I mean, missing all these land drops over and over and over again has been kind of the only reason we've ever lost any games tonight, but looks like it's just going to be another one that we just don't get because unfortunately we don't have the mana for anything. For quite literally anything. Like, what's our best hope of, like, closing the game out here? Would it be to activate the Sanctuary maybe on their... Yeah. We're going to try to bait them. We're going to try to bait them. We're going to try to get the Sanctuary play out and maybe run them over next turn. But, I don't know. It's going to take a lot of luck. A lot of luck and for them to really not think it through. So they can actually hit us for 6 damage here with these 2 and then restart their turn, hit us for another 6, start our turn, hit us for another 6. So I'm probably not going to make it through here, are we? Draw a card. Draw a card. Discard a card. Deal 3, deal 3. If they deal 3 damage here, I'm just going to concede. Yeah, that's tough. That was so winnable too. That's annoying because it was definitely winnable. All I needed was like, again, another land. I had a lot of 5 drops in my hand. Also, I could have, you know, if I would have hit 2 land drops back to back, like, I don't know, 4 turns ago, I could have also pumped my angels at some point here to then swing through with an additional 2/2 and all that stuff. So it all came down to lands. It is what it is. So dad's the nerd in the family? Absolutely. Yeah, I'm definitely the nerd. My nerd has been rubbing off on everybody else though. I will say my son has gotten into Dragon Ball Z and then my wife watches anime with me now and she's into a lot of them. So that's pretty cool. Very lucky to have said I converted a cheerleader into a nerd. Mono Black Skelly's got me into Mythic for the first time and I just had a couple of enchantments that needed some wild cards. Skeletons are really good right now. I think I have a very high losing rate to skeletons. What I'd say is make the best of what you have. Yeah, exactly. Analyze your collection. Very good. All right. Yeah, that was not a good game. If you had a bunch of resources to spend, what deck would you build right now to be competitive in the ladder? If I had to pick one just top of my head, like, and I'm thinking like best of one, rank up fast. it'd either be the mono white, and it's funny because they're both mythic Mike's decks, but he's a really good builder. It'd either be the mono white Aura's deck or the Orzhov Skeletons deck. Either one, you're gonna get through the ranks fast. You're gonna get through it in a very competitive manner, high win rates, and it's not bad. Exactly, Brody. Exactly. See, you get it. If I put in one more land, we're destined to be flooded out for sure. Yeah, Is It Lessons is not my favorite either. Yeah, you just got to sit there with the hand. Yeah. Yeah, lands eat up your wild cards real quick. Jeskai Control. Jeskai Control is really good, but it takes a long time to rank up. If you're trying to get to Mythic and, you know, get through like 5 or 6 games a day at least, you know, on your dailies or whatever, Skeletons or mono white auras is really good. That Naya Counters deck is tough. Yeah, I usually rank up pretty well with my Naya Counters deck too. Today we had a little bit of a rough patch, but we are usually doing really good with that deck. Just Battle Cruiser, the Lessons deck? Oh yeah, you were saying that earlier. All right, guys. Well, I didn't want to start another game because it's already 7:10, and my wife expects me to be done with my streams usually around 7. So they're probably out there waiting for me, but we're going to go watch some shows. This will be the first night in like 2 nights I'm going to be actually free to hang out with her, so I'm very excited for that. And we got a really cool video for you tomorrow, by the way, guys. It's a life gain deck, but it's fire. It's not your average life gain deck. It has a lot of really interesting things in it, like hand hate. Trust me, you're going to want to see this one. But we also went 7-0 with it. I would have loved to have played it tonight, but I want to always make sure I save those deck lists as a surprise for you guys. But yeah, that was Fallen Angels. That's the deck that got me into Mythic. I'll show you guys the deck list one more time before we head out. But thank you so much, guys. I want to say again a special thank you to everybody who was a part of those super chats tonight. I got a ton of those, and then somebody let me go back and just double check everybody's names so I make sure I get the right names here. Of course, it's not going to show me. 1 second. 1 second. I want to make sure I don't mix anybody up or cross anybody up. But there was somebody. Oh, it didn't go that far. Was it Jason? I want to say it was Jason. That hit whoever it was. I think it was Jason. I'm sorry if it wasn't, but hit us with the 10 gifted. Just want to say thank you again. It's all gone now, unfortunately, but I do want to say thank you and that I appreciate you very, very much for what you did. And just you guys are amazing, man. Thanks for showing the love. Thanks for the support. And yeah, that's going to do it for the stream. Let me go ahead and get you guys the outro on the way out of here, and we'll call it a night. All right, guys. Appreciate you. Love you. Thanks for the support, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow in another video. Till then, peace out.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Swayze, you know Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. Yeah, MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap, yeah, it's custom to cheddar. Talking real crazy if you think that you better. You got full control and he ain't gonna let her. Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Swayze, you know Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. Yeah, MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man, all of the time. Yeah, all of the time.